Hi, my name is Deborah Henney. I'm a wife, author, mother, speaker. Today I'm going to release a prophetic word about transition in government authority and stand in the gap and cover. And I got this word actually January 1st of 2025. It came more fully on the 8th, which is interesting because that's a 7-day incubation period. And when on the 1st of January, I was awoken at 12:11 a.m. to receive this word. So all those numbers I felt were pretty significant. 8 being new beginnings, 7 being perfection, that word of shalom, 12 being government, and 11 being transition. And what I felt the Lord say is that there is coming a transition in governmental authority, and He is calling His people to stand in the gap and cover. And that was so heavily emphasized in the Spirit. Stand in the gap and cover. Let your intercession go deep, and let your prayers be spread abroad. Join together in unity to cover the nation in this time of transition. There are warning flares that have been and are still being ignited and launched into the atmosphere. Warnings of tumult, warnings of terror, but do not be dismayed nor afraid, for these would cause that covering that we're supposed to provide, that covering to fall short. So don't be dismayed and don't be afraid, but stand in faith so the gap, though it may try to widen, is covered. There's a transition on many levels of governmental authority, both in and out of His house. But do not tremble, though the tremors increase in intensity. For though there will be a ramping up, God will use this to reveal Himself to the nations, so His glory will be known and not shared with another. Cover the vulnerability of this time in love, in fervent love and faith. Don't let judgments bring division and weakness in the cover, but let God open your eyes so you see with His mercy. For surely He does not pass just to the right or to the left, and surely He does not pass unless it is to reveal His sovereign mercy and goodness. In the biblical reference, there's Exodus 33:19. Do not let judgments harden your heart and miss His hand in what is about to pass. Is He not able to work all things to the good? Is He not creator and author and source? Behold, God is doing a new thing, a great work, a work that will bring blessing not just to one generation, but will open up the gates of blessing to generations. Do not be tricked or deceived by naysayers or words full of fear or hate. Keep your ear tuned to His heart and see the mystery and the wonder unfold. Truths long held secret will be revealed. Flash and drivers will surface, and files will be opened and read, and truth will be known. Weight will be associated with this time of revelation, and information taken from off the shoulder will be known. Has He not written that things done in secret will be revealed? And that's in Luke 8:17. The time for revelation is upon us, and the scattering after the revealing will be great. Gather together in His name. Declare His name from the rooftops. Let it be heard throughout the streets, mountains, and valleys. Gather from house to house, living room to living room, bearing His light and life, reaching still in the midst of great darkness, and even when the stop button is pushed. For though the scattering be great, His arms are yet gathering to His name, so there will be no stopping His glory or His love. What the enemy has meant as an all stop, God will cause to be a full reset. So there's quite a bit in there. Obviously, some things have already started to happen. The files being opened, truth read and known, flash and drivers will surface. Truth's long held secret will be revealed, and what things have been done in secret will be revealed. And it's interesting here, that last bit that God said, what the enemy has meant as an all stop, he will cause to be a full reset. So again, whatever winds up happening, just stand in the gap and cover. Don't be dismayed. Don't be afraid. Don't stand in judgment. And I was actually just talking with some people last night. I said, it's so disheartening. You go on social and you just hear even, Christians just pointing out all their judgments and criticisms and this is wrong, that is wrong. We're all human beings, but God has said that love covers a multitude of sins, and love covers, and love never fails. And He's called us to be intercessors, which is to stand in the gap and cover with His love and His compassion, to see His glory and His presence revealed, which does not come through division, and it does not come through critical judgments. There's a difference between discernment and judgment. And if I have a whole blog post about that on my website at deborahhenney.com if you want to check that out. But God's call here, don't stand in division and judgment. Don't be dismayed. Don't be afraid. Stand in the gap and cover in this time of transition. The tumult might get greater. And God, the enemy, it says, is going to try to bring an all stop. But stand in faith, because God said it's going to be a full reset. Till next time.